What?
Oh, yeah, a wooden leg. So I thought that was odd, you know. So I says to him, I says, John Neal, that's odd. There, what's that pig? What's the story with that pig? So John Neal, he goes, oh, man, Norm, he says, that's a special pig. He goes, you wouldn't believe that pig. I go, yeah? What? Tell me about it. He goes, that pig, you wouldn't believe it. He says, last winter, you know, he goes, the house burned down. You know, you probably heard, the house burned down. And he says, me and the wife, we were sleeping on our bed. And he says, we never would have heard. We never would have heard. We never would have woken up. But he goes, that pig, he broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the house. And he went up to the bedroom window, you know. And he says he starts hitting his little snout on a window, you know. And he says, me and the wife, we woke up. And we got out, man, just in time. We escaped that inferno. He didn't use the word inferno. He's just a farmer.
But you threw that in there.
Yeah, he says
Good.
we escaped that conflagration, you know. So I go, man, that's quite a story about the pig. He goes, oh man, it doesn't stop there. I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, just later after that, like the following summer, me and the wife were plowing in North 40, and our little boy, only 2 years old, man, fell into the well, and all alone, you know, and we no way we could do anything. We were plowing, and he says we didn't hear, you know, and he says, man, and you know, we're getting older. We're probably not going to have another kid. You know, that kid means everything to us. I go, I know, John Neal, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. So he said, I said, what happens? He goes, that's the very same pig. He says, he heard the child's wailing plaintive cry. He didn't say plaintiff, you know, he's a farmer. But he says he heard the child. He broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the well. He looked down. There was the poor son of ours there, Billy, you know, down at the bottom of the well. He says the pig, he took his snout there. He started pulling up on a rope. And the kid got right out, you know, and man, that's great, isn't it? And I go, man, that's the greatest story I ever heard. Man, oh, what a pig. I said, what a pig that is. I said, one question though, John Neal. I said, he got a wooden leg. I don't understand that part. Pig got a wooden leg over there. John Neal goes, man, he goes, what are you crazy? He says, a great pig like that, you can't eat him all at once. You know, he says,